What's up, my nerds? I'm the roleplay gamer, and I like to party. So let's talk about HOTAS for a moment. HOTASes, whatever the plural on that is. So this is my very first HOTAS setup. It's a Thrustmaster T.Flight HOTAS X, big old long-winded name. Is it worth it for games like Elite Dangerous? Short answer, it depends. In my opinion, if you want it just to become a better pilot, expecting to become a better pilot straight out of the gate, then perhaps not. No, it's not worth it. I've become a noticeably worse pilot since I've been using this HOTAS. Now that could be, for two reasons, while the combat rages off in the background there. It could be for two reasons. The first and most likely is perhaps I just need to get used to it. It's quite different to what I was using before, which was keyboard and a joystick without twist rudder. Now I've got a twist rudder. Now I've got a manual throttle speed control, which is quite different to just hitting a key and I'm at max speed or 50% speed. So yeah, I just need to get used to it. There's absolutely that. But there's also perhaps the fact that this is an extremely cheap product and maybe it's just not very accurate, right? So the other side of it is, do you want a HOTAS for the immersion factor and the immersion alone? Then I would say absolutely yes, it's worth it. Because, man, I was actually surprised. As soon as I started using this, I was like, holy shit, the game is like 100 times more fun now. Despite the fact that I was noticeably worse, There was an initial learning curve of like, oh shit, I'm controlling what is basically two levers independent of each other, one in each hand, and it was really weird and jarring. Once I got past that, and even through that phase, I'm like, this is really cool. And it wasn't even necessarily the fact that, it mimics the controls in the game, which, we'll show you here. There you go. More or less. Very similar controls. The throttle and stick, right? It wasn't even that. Well, okay, let's reset the camera there. Yeah. It wasn't even that. It was more just the tactile nature of it. Just the fact that I got these two big throbbing pieces of plastic in my hands, it feels good. In fact, if I was using this to control a game that had nothing to do with spaceships, I think I'd still probably enjoy it because it's the tactile nature of it, right? So to sum up, if you want to become a better pilot, that might happen. I've heard of people, saying that they've become a better pilot after a little while of using a little time spent using a HOTAS. Sure, maybe. I'm not going to comment on that. But if you want to become a better pilot straight out of the gate, no. I don't think that's going to happen. But if you want it just for the immersion factor, then yes, absolutely, it's worth it. So what do I think of this particular product? This particular one. We'll do a very small mini first impressions review of it, right? So previously I was using this Logitech Attack 3, which, as far as I've read, is widely considered to be trash. That's what people say. So a lot of the reviews for the HOTAS X here are quite favorable. And they comment on its price, for considering what you're getting. And yeah, I will say you are getting a lot of plastic for the price. But guys, it's really cheap. Most of the reviews say it's cheap and you get what you pay for. Yes, but I don't think you fully appreciate just how cheap it is, right? Pretty much, every single button is flimsy and wobbly and, half the time I press it and it doesn't register. And it's not because it's not broken or anything. It's just because the buttons are not positive, You gotta most of the time you gotta slam down on them, which is ridiculous just to get them to register. The trigger, for example, see that there? That's not registering, right? I gotta give it the mustard. I really gotta give it some elbow grease to get going there. Furthermore, a good point, I would say, is the fact that you can adjust the spring tension of the stick. So you roll and you pitch. You can adjust how hard that is to do on underneath the stick here, which is great. I love that. But it doesn't seem to have any effect on the twist. The twist is this will give you RSI. And I'm not talking about Robert's Space Industries here. I have a sore wrist from twisting this bad boy right here. This is not good. I've actually had to adjust my posture. When I need to twist in combat, I actually lift up off the stick and use my thumb as leverage just to twist it so as not to hurt my wrist. That's not good. Now, I'm not going to say that that's straight up an issue, exclusive to this product, because I haven't tried another HOTAS, so I don't know if they're all like that. The concept of a twist rudder might just be flawed, but the issue here is specifically that it's so hard to twist. It's not cool. Furthermore, the throttle is really not comfortable. The stick isn't comfortable. I mean, look, one thing that really bothers me in the HOTAS and flight stick reviews is supposedly everyone has small hands. Oh yeah, I'm 6'7", but I got small hands. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Come back down to earth for a second. I am actually a short man. I'm 5'7" or so, and my hands, I believe, are proportional to my height. They're not tiny, but they're not Sasquatch hands. They look right on me. So my hands are probably smaller than most people reviewing these products. I would guess. Especially when they cite their height, and it's ridiculous. So this thing is too small, straight up. The stick is too small for me. My little finger is crushed here. It's not comfortable at all. It's usable, absolutely, but it's not comfortable. I'm really not a fan of that. So going back to the Logitech Attack 3 here, this is a smaller stick, but it doesn't cramp your hand. This is so much more comfortable. It's easier to use, right? It's also ambidextrous. Not that that matters to me, but point in its favor. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. This thing is 8 years old. So let's go back to the buttons for a second. 8 years old. Brand new. 8 years old. Brand new. The buttons are still perfect. Perfect, guys. The trigger, it's got a nice click to it. When you pull it, it works. It does what you expect, as opposed to this, they're wobbly and flimsy, and you pull the trigger and it's like, is it doing anything? Now it is. Hang on, I can't shoot. I'll be fine. I'm in the no fire zone here. But let's dock. But yeah, basically, it's not comfortable. And the buttons, man, the buttons. Okay, request docking. Let's do this. Okay, alright. Also the throttle. The only position in which the throttle is comfortable is full throttle. Then it fits nicely to your hand. You pull it back, it's terrible. You got to do this. It's shocking. It's absolutely atrocious. Not only that, but the buttons are inconsistent. For example, clicky, squishy. Why? Clicky, squishy. Why? It's really annoying. So I know I'm like ragging on it, but I want to get this alternate opinion out there, because every review I've seen has praised the shit out of this thing, and perhaps rightly so, because you are getting a lot of plastic for the price. But don't get this thinking that it's great. It's kind of terrible. But it is a great way. Let's put that landing gear on, shall we? It is a great entry level product if you've never tried a HOTAS before. I will say that, But yeah, I just want you guys to understand, it is cheap, and it feels cheap. It feels very cheap, perhaps cheaper than most people let on. Unless I just have high standards, that's distinctly possible too. So if it wasn't for the fact that, the reason I switched from my Logitech Attack 3 here is because it drifts. And it's really annoying. If you've seen my Elite Dangerous videos, you'll know that if I leave it alone, if I'm not controlling the ship will just slowly rotate or something, and it makes doing these cool glamour shots here like this really difficult. It's really annoying. But the T-Flight is new. So it doesn't do that. So that's why I switched. But if it wasn't for that, I would absolutely go back to my Logitech Attack 3. Now, some of you may notice that I am a Logitech affiliate, and you might say, oh, please, he's just like a Logitech fanboy, or he's like praising Logitech so that you go buy through his affiliate link. No, man. Let me explain it to you. The reason I am a Logitech affiliate is because I like their products. You know, I would not be an affiliate. I was actually an affiliate of SteelSeries for a little while, and I felt really bad. I'm like, I've never used a SteelSeries product. You know, this is wrong. So I switched. You know, SteelSeries shells out more for their affiliate program, by the way, right? So it's stupid to have moved away to a program that pays less, to an affiliate that pays less. But the reason I did that is because I like Logitech products. I honestly believe that they are decent quality and pretty good price for that quality. You know, that's why I'm a Logitech affiliate. I'm not just trying to shill for them. I'm not just trying to shove Logitech down your throat. But honestly, I kind of wish I just got like another one of these if I could. I don't think they make them anymore or sell them anymore. I don't know, but this is really good. Like the feel of the buttons on it, at the very least, like warrants using this over this. It's kind of sad. Anyway, guys, long story short, yeah, it's a cheap product, but the fact that it is a HOTAS is cool, and I'm still going to be using it because it's a HOTAS, and hopefully I'll get used to it and I won't get RSI from the terrible comfort, just like across the board. Both of these items are terribly uncomfortable. But would I recommend it? I feel bad recommending it. I'm not sure if I can flat out recommend it because it is so uncomfortable. But you can't deny that it's like half the price of the next HOTAS up, you know? So you guys are intelligent human beings. You can make these decisions for yourself. I've given you the information. I've given you all the information I can. The information that I don't think is out there enough. That yes, it's extremely cheap and uncomfortable. But you kind of get what you pay for, right? Anyway, guys, HOTAS in general, absolutely worth it if, you just want the immersion factor. There you go, guys. I hope this has been helpful to someone. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. It needs love like everything does. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.